What's up, YouTube world? It's your boy J Dub, the #1 comment on YouTube. And I'm back. I ain't back for a review. I'm back here. I got a rant to do. You know, they say when things are important, you gotta make time. We gotta make some time right now. Because I'm so bothered in my spirit. I don't have no notes. We about to just go off the dome because I've been, as the #1 commenter, I'm in the YouTube streets. I'm in these comments. And again, on my platform or anybody else's platform, I'm not looking for people to agree with me. However, it's just certain things I just can't sit and stand for. It's like fighting a battle that can't be won. Not that I'm in a fight, but the fact of the matter is we living in a time where there's some things that need to be addressed. It's a time where things just can't be ignored anymore. And what we here today for, you've guessed it. You know, that platform I'm campaigning for, that Michael and Jasmina situation. I mean, I'm about to say, where do I start? I guess I'll start with doing something Michael hasn't done on camera. I'm about to get real aggressive on this situation because it bothers me so much that like we live in a time and a place where just going throughout all the different shows and things going on where people can rationalize putting hands on women, people can rationalize verbally abusing women. You know, people can just rationalize just poor character. And I'm not here to judge anybody. I can tell you like this, for all the people who are pushing the agenda to judge Jasmine and say, well, she lied. Yeah, she lied. The lady was uncomfortable. She's in a absolutely toxic environment. And I'm trying to wipe my eyes out to see what everybody else is seeing because I want to stay objective. But as a man, there's things that I can see. There are things that I know. And for me, it's no disputing. I'm just like I said, I'm in such a place where like I just can't even believe what I'm hearing. And it's not about Jasmina. It's about the fact that we have a group of people, and it's a large group of people who collectively stay on this tip where like we're protecting and making excuses and enabling men at all costs, but get mad when they're behaving and performing poorly in this world. And that's Michael. And it's not all about Michael. It's not about pointing out his faults. It's the fact of the matter that people are condoning his actions and minimizing it. We got people saying, well, he didn't all the way lie or whatever. The lady asked him twice, have you ever lived with a woman? He says no. I mean, I was in a who's chat with? I was in Niecy Dixon's chat, and I just flat out said, I was like, y'all talking about the man didn't lie. I said it's a lot of lies in this chat because that's where I was at with it because it's absolutely so ridiculous. We live in a time where we can condone or we can promote abuse. Like it's all good to talk crazy to somebody. Like, one, Michael and Jasmine don't have any history together. And even if you have history together, it's not okay to abuse a person. So, of course, she's not going to be open to connecting with him. He's already ruined the experience. It's done. And she's a person, she said blatantly, which is a person like I am, which I know the people who are cut from my cloth, we don't tolerate disrespect. And that's everything to us. For those who don't know, some people are okay. And as I said, putting out all my different comments, I said, you know what? A lot of people, I'm going to go, because I don't want to be on like no soapbox. There's certain things I know, certain things I've learned. But a lot of people don't even know what a healthy relationship looks like. You know why? They've never seen people properly communicate. They've never seen people properly resolve conflict. They've only seen chaos. They've only seen the toxicity that people are operating in their relationships, and they think it's normal. This ain't normal. When I hear people say, oh, well, we didn't hear Michael yell at her, so maybe she's lying. To me, straight up and down, that's like somebody saying, oh, we didn't see her husband hit her, so it didn't happen. But she said he assaulted her. Why wouldn't we take her word until we can prove something different? Jasmina hasn't lost credibility. Yeah, she lied. Guess what? The people I'm looking at right now have lied too, including myself. Yeah, it happens. It happens. But there's a difference from telling a lie and being a liar. That's something within you through and through. And not to get on Michael, but let's kind of explain the situation. Michael has been in such a traumatic, painful, tragic loss of a life. He's bringing that straight to the marriage. He ain't dealt with it. He ain't cleaned that up. And he ain't had no role models or somebody to guide him through this. Hey, it's wonderful that somebody can help you, that you don't have to be in foster care. Being raised by your sister as a man isn't positive. Tell all the women, and no offense to the job, because guess what? The black woman holds everything down for when they're missing pieces in our community. So it's nothing taken away from what a woman does. However, a woman cannot teach a man to be a man. That's bottom line. That's where it's at, and that's what's going on. I can tell you what a man is supposed to do. I can tell you what a husband is supposed to do. I can do that. So what I'm looking at Michael, he's not husband material. Michael has so much baggage and pain that he hasn't cleaned up. He can't do nothing for Jasmina or anyone else at all. He's got work to do. I mean, there's so many deficiencies going on. It just don't make sense. I mean, for the process, to not even getting to the other husband, but in real life, if you plan to get married as a man and a husband, you do need a place for you and your wife to reside. Now, how y'all work the bills out and all that, I'm not talking about, the man got to take care of it. I'm not saying that. But I'm telling you, in preparation for being a husband, you do have to provide certain things to take care of your new wife, your family, all of those things. That's real. And at the same time, we're talking about a broken little man who can't, what's required to control the temperature of the room with his wife. Because he's a man, because he got muscles and all that, he never has the right to talk down to Jasmina. He doesn't have the right to be condescending to Jasmina. He doesn't have a right to raise his voice at her. And if any of those things happen, he needs to be accountable. He needs to correct them, and he needs to make her feel safe. Those are many jobs of a husband, what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to provide that for her. She's not supposed to go look for that somewhere or wonder why she can't get that. She has a concern. He's supposed to be there and take care of that. He's supposed to take care of her. If she's feeling a certain way, he's supposed to fill in those gaps, fill in those blanks, and make sure he's doing everything to make her feel safe and secure. There shouldn't be a time where she's continued to talk about he's getting aggressive with her. There shouldn't be a time where he's telling her, where she's telling a story to say that he's getting loud with her. They just met. And even if they knew each other for a long time, that emotional abuse is something. I'm a group put all of it. A lot of us don't know that because that's what we're used to. It's wrong. It's dead wrong. And I cannot stand it no more. I got veins popping out my head just going through this to say, like, enough is enough. We live in a backwards world where morals aren't high, character isn't high, self accountability isn't high. I'm living in an alternate universe. I know times change. I know some things don't stay the same, but that's the reason that when you grow up, you instill core values into children so they can carry on. Now people just raising themselves. They making it up as they go along. The internet is their mother and father. And that's how you learn off of YouTube or TikTok or whatever, what you're supposed to do as a parent, as a woman, as a man. Like, look at Elijah. He looked like he learned how to be a husband off TV. Prime example. And I'm not people for being lost, but I will no longer stand by and defend and shift blame and put it on the woman. And like it's her fault. And like they're like, oh yeah, she's got her faults too. She crazy too. Guess what? We all got faults. We all have shortcomings. And whether it's Michael or Jasmina, we're not here to point out and push their faults. We're supposed to be working together. But guess what? It's supposed to look like you're putting in your best effort. There's no perfect way to do it. There's no right or wrong way to do it. But it's supposed to come together. You're supposed to see two people working and putting in effort. It's not hard to see. You don't have to be a psychologist to see that. You can see when children are playing a game of basketball or football or some sports, and you can see who's trying. You don't have to be the most skilled, but you can see effort. I don't see effort. I see a depressed man. I see a man who's like, he's been raised by sisters. He might as well be one of them. You want to go back and forth with your wife, or you're trying to be right, or you don't hold yourself accountable. The lady's saying in all these words, you're not putting me in a safe place. The only job for him to do is correct it. Not just talk about it, be about it. But guess what? He can't help her. He need help. But it ain't about them. It's about the people who move me. That I just can't believe we live in a time where it's okay to mistreat women. We can normalize it. We can rationalize it. It's absurd because I have a problem. I have a daughter. If someone was treating my daughter like Jasmina, I wouldn't stand for that. And I wouldn't teach her to stand for that. If you don't have respect in any of your relationships, you ain't got nothing. I don't care what relationship it is, because what that means, a person will do anything against you. Just give it time. Just give it a little time. So I take a breath. It's beautiful to have your own platform because I feel stifled in these YouTube streets. These people got me going crazy. Thank you for all the Dub fam that has supported me in this situation. I don't need it. I don't necessarily need it to know what I know, but it feels good to know that I'm not alone in this, because it feels like I'm going crazy. It's not about the show. It's like, what is this world coming to? What is this world coming to? It's time to stop. It's time to start using common sense and start focusing on what's important. I'm not here to judge. I ain't here to preach, but I got to say what I say. I'm gone.